Pennyworth Football Club starts the new year on a heater. A Pizza Cup win against Burton, and then a league win against Bristol Rovers. Worst kits in the league. Look, I get it. The quartering design is supposed to resemble a medieval shield or a family crest or whatever, and that's cool, and I understand tradition, but holy mother, these look designed by a 6-year-old. There are ways to do this look. See Wycombe Wanderers. Bristol Rovers, in my opinion, this design needs an update pretty badly. Anyway, Thelo Aasgaard scored 2 goals against them, so that's pretty cool. Cheltenham is the scene for our first highlights. Fun fact, it's home to the renowned Cheltenham Festival, 4 days of horse jump racing, culminating in the Gold Cup, held annually in March at Cheltenham Racecourse. And while you're there, check out the Pittville Pump Room, the last and largest of the spa buildings, where people used to go dunk themselves in mineral-rich water as a sort of a health treatment. Now the pump room hosts weddings and concerts because there's more money in it. Speaking of money, here's a new car caviar 4-star daydream of a goal by the boys from Pennyworth. John Tolkien flies in to intercept, heads it to Henry Groves, soft touch to Aasgaard, who tees it up for Daniel Van Vliet. Wow, what a goal. 1-0 Pennyworth. That's the kind of scoring strike Bruce Wayne had in mind when he said, "Think I'll buy me a football team." But the lead doesn't last. Hello. Is there anyone defending? John Tolkien, I wish you were here, because Connor Thomas is on the run into empty spaces right in front of our goal, and suddenly it's all even. Second half now. Daniel Van Vliet sees a hole in the Cheltenham back line. It's a beautiful pass, and you know Ben Jacobs isn't missing from there. Tough to say which is nicer, Van Vliet's pass through everyone, or Jacobs' finish between the knees of Owen Evans. All that remains is to hold on for the final 30 minutes. But in extra time, Cheltenham get one last chance. George Lloyd, remember him from the hat trick last episode? He shakes loose, and Nathan Perrier is just a step too late on defense. There's not much our boy Christian Gomez can do. Perhaps a bit of home cooking here in Cheltenham? The ref allows play to continue well past the 4 allotted minutes of extra time, and we settle for a draw. We road trip it to southwest England for a visit to Exeter City. They are dead bottom of the table, and here's Nathan Perrier heeding his new instructions to step up and intercept. Up the field go the boys in navy blue. Hey look, it's Alex Collins. He doesn't play much, but when he does, good things happen. He gets it to Jacobs, who gives Aasgaard the secret signal for the give and go. And look at Benny Jake slide the pass just beyond the defender so Thelo can cross it in. Boom. 1-0 Pennyworth. Hey look, it's Alex Collins again, scoring our second goal, making the case to be Connor Mason's successor on the left side. In the 90th minute, Perrier gets us the ball back. This is definitely not the smoothest counterattack you've ever seen, but wow, does it finish in style. Aasgaard goes full Major League Baseball with this filthy slider. Look at this. It's a 3-0 result, and Thelo gets on the bus with a goal and an assist. Well, since he's in such fine form, time to put the spotlight on Thelo Aasgaard. Let's check out his tribs. Quick refresher, tribs is short for attributes. Some people call them stats. To me, stats are what you earn, and tribs are who you are. Who Thelo is a 21-year-old Norwegian rated a 74. Rumor is he's got that special something. 5 stars in skill moves and weak foot. With just 36 strength, he's not going to win many battles for the ball, but he's fast. He's got 79 ratings in ball control and dribbling. He's got a mind for the game. 74 in vision is not bad for a League One player. As for shooting, he doesn't have a powerful leg, but he's good at long shots. And his one trait, flair, has definitely been showing. Thelo Aasgaard is penny-worthy. Business time as the January transfer window will soon close. We're not looking to bring anyone in, but we always want to see what kind of offers our guys draw. There's interest in Jared Collins from Down Under, but we need our center back depth for this run at the playoffs. Naturally, Benjamin Jacobs has suitors, including the Centroidents from the Belgian first tier. They're offering above value for our 27-year-old center forward, whom once again leads us in goals, and that's reason enough to say, no thanks. Interesting thing about Jacobs is he was supposed to have peaked at a 67 rating, but he keeps climbing. At some point, we'll ask him to take on more of a second choice role, but for now, he's busy writing his legend as a Pennyworth footballer, and we're just enjoying the show. LCF from Spain's second division are coming hard for Thelo Aasgaard, our most in-form player right now. Obviously, this would not be the time to move him on, but it's nice to see an offer near $6 million. And finally, Cercle Bruges from Belgium want Connor Mason. It's a reasonable offer of 1.6 mil, but Connor's playing great football and is a leader on this team, so we are keeping our Welshman. One offer we did entertain in person was for right back Gustav Gus Marion. West Ham came in with an offer, and we never want to deny a guy a chance to play in the world's top league, but they were looking for a bargain and not willing to pay the Premier League tax. I don't think $2 million was too much to ask, and the Hammers leave our Collindale campus empty-handed. Lewis Garrett, meanwhile, has decided the $750 American we're paying him each week is not nearly enough. We bump Lewis's pay by $1,000 a week and say immediately yes to his request for a 3-year extension. Daniel Van Vliet is up next. Yikes, he is only on $590 a week. Early on this season, it seemed Dan Van here would displace Sammy Benchama as our top defensive mid, and you've seen some of the passes this dude makes. We happily extend him for 2 years and pay him commensurate with his 72 overall rating. Speaking of Sammy Benchama, though, he's been a monster lately. He doesn't want an extension. Okay. We nearly double his weekly wage. It's now at $5,000. We're lucky to have 2 quality options at CDM. In fact, it's forcing Luke to consider switching up our tactic next season. Gus Marion, didn't we just try to sell him? Is our next office visitor. He's been solid, so we can do 3 more years and $2,000 a week for the 19-year-old. I guess John Tolkien was waiting out in the hall because here he is with his hand out. He's already locked up long-term, but he's outplaying his wages by far. We want our club to be known for rewarding consistent, strong play, so we bump him to $4,400 a week. I mentioned before, Benjamin Jacobs keeps improving beyond his estimated potential. We add a year to his deal and bump his pay to $10,000 a week. Time to check in on youth scouting. We stay close to home with 4 new additions. Fullback Tom Bradley from Wales, 73 to 94 potential. And right here in England, Sir GRKN found Marcus Charlton. He looks like a stud. And we'll roll the dice on Dylan Welsh and Stanley Howe, despite their lower potential range. To make room, we must say farewell to English lad Archie Smith, Mexicans Lino Cortez and Eusebio Rivera, and Frenchman Sebastian Richard. Time for a rematch with Lincoln. They're sitting 19th despite looking like world beaters last time they played us. It's Luke Fox's 100th match at the helm for Pennyworth Football Club.
Well, it is a significant milestone for the manager. He brings up a century of matches in charge of the club, Stuart.
Well, he deserves a lot of credit, doesn't he?
Lincoln on the attack, but Nathan Perrier is ready. Check out his rather dramatic clearance of the ball. Here come the imps again. Watch Tom Hopper's sneaky movement here. Classic Skyrim stealth archer. He's going to hang back and wait for his chance at a long one, and it's well taken. That's a very pretty goal. We're down 1-0 in Luke's 100th game, and we're at home. Not the way we scripted this one, but the cream rises to the top, as they say, and Pennyworth FC have a much better squad than Lincoln City at this point in the season. The chances do come. Pennyworth controlling play in the midfield. Leon Stewart finds Lewis Garrett in space. He passes to Aasgaard, but Thelo says, "Oh no, I insist." Garrett uncorks a screamer. We're tied. That's going to warrant a replay. My goodness, Lewis. Aasgaard gets a chance of his own right before the half, but puts it off the post. Early second, Lincoln's Archibald with a chance, but it's disappointment for him and for the staff over at Harris Jones Scaffolding. 63rd minute, Lincoln trying to get one back. It goes out of bounds off Noah Mooring, and Marinovic is really upset about something. So much gesticulation here. It looks like we're headed for a draw until the 88th minute when Henry Groves slips past the defense, puts in one of those odd-looking kick it on its way through goals you see so often in this game. Look again. Yeah, we love Henry, but that's not how physics works. Doesn't really matter, though, because Sammy Benchama's got a late one in him, too. Sammy with the spin move. He uncoils like a snake to secure the win. 3-1 Pennyworth, the final. We had an unbeaten January with 4 wins and a draw. The media are starting to catch on to something we've known, that Lewis Garrett is one of the best players in League One. He's been one of the most impactful additions to this squad, and he's happy with how it's going. The boys find time between matches for a cool promo shoot, and the winter transfer window draws to a close. We start February with a road win at Wycombe Wanderers 4-1 with goals by Leon Stewart and Lewis Garrett. Papa John's Cup, and we've got Plymouth Argyle, so you know this one's going to be close. This feels way too familiar. Luke Jeffcott opens the scoring. We just have not had an answer for this gentleman all season. Here's Aasgaard using that 74 vision to find Lewis Garrett, who finishes to make it 1-1, all even at halftime. We pull ahead thanks to an own goal. I think this is what they mean by unlucky. Oof da. But in the 80th minute, it's the killer himself, Luke Jeffcott, again, sliding it past Gomez. Wow, he just pushed Noah Mooring out of the way. That's kind of embarrassing. Regulation time expires and we're going to penalty kicks. That's not good for us. Plymouth is significantly more skilled at PKs, but here we go.
And now it is all about the penalty shootout. In it goes! And that is when you need your goalkeeper. Can he keep us cool? Foiled by the post. And the keeper taking care of the situation. His turn to try to convert from the spot. So lethal in front of goal. And there it is, perfectly executed. And he scores. Such high levels of pressure. He must score to keep his side in it. And he has squandered it. That is that.
Plymouth Argyle get to celebrate, and we can't say they don't deserve it, having completed 100 more passes than we did. Our Pizza Cup run is over, but on the plus side, we can now focus on the league and gunning for that promotion playoff spot. We travel to Burton Albion. They're in 16th and trying to stay out of the relegation zone. Do not underestimate a team in that predicament. We're treated to 0 first-half goals. It remains deadlocked until Nathan Perrier wins the ball back. The ensuing counterattack leads to a golden chance for Jack Peak. That'll be a corner kick, and just keep your eye on Benjamin Jacobs. That header is picture perfect. How was he allowed to do that? Did Burton not hear about Benny and his goal-scoring prowess? Burton says, nah, that's okay. We're going to score an even nicer one, and it's going to break your heart. We're in extra time. Miranovic makes a save, but we can't clear the ball. Morris heads it over to Christopher Tokstad. That's a wonder goal. Miranovic got close, but man, that's just a great kick of the ball, and it's going to cost us 2 points in the table. Look at the season Connor Mason is having. He's the top assist man in League One with 14, not to mention 11 goals. That's a veteran leader getting it done. Breaking news, Austin Rigby is cleared to return from the ACL injury he suffered in our first League One match. He's no longer a first-choice center back, but we'll try to make sure he gets on the pitch one more time. We welcome MK Dons to our home and proceed to brutalize them 3-0. 2 goals from Stewart, 1 from Garrett. You'll love to see it. Don't look now, but we're in 5th place. That means playoffs. Can we make more inroads versus first place Derby County? Kind of. Henry Grove scores a late equalizer to salvage a 1-1 draw. Shrewsbury visiting Beagle Bridge. They're 22nd in the table, and they seem to have accepted their fate. We tame them. 4-0 behind a hat trick from Lewis Garrett and a goal from Aasgaard. We've now got a stronger hold on 5th place. But Sunderland are up next. We're the visitors, and they show no hospitality, putting 6 past Gomez. Maybe he's not the first choice in net after all. Leon Stewart picked up a second yellow card. He'll be suspended against Wigan. A late Henry Groves goal saves us from the home loss. Henry's becoming an expert at this. Wigan had 21 shots to our 5. We're still in 5th with one last chance to beat Plymouth. Benjamin Jacobs makes it happen with 2 goals in their house. Jeffcott scores for Plymouth again, but it doesn't matter. We retain 5th place, and here comes Portsmouth. Full circle, baby. Pennyworth netting 7 goals in this one. Number 5 is worth watching all the way from the point where Nathan Perrier takes what's rightfully his. Just about everyone gets a touch here, Lewis Garrett especially, and that's Connor Mason paying it off. Then it's Mason on the wing showing off his crossing ability. This one's on a rope to Jacobs. Wow, that is pretty. Goal number 7 gives me a chance to highlight a great defensive play by Gus Marion in the offensive zone to retain possession.
We're talking slide tackles, baby!
Henry Groves ends up with it to give us the final 5-goal lead. That's followed by a weird one on the road at Doncaster. They score twice late. An ill-timed 2-0 loss for Pennyworth FC. But don't worry, we're still solidly in 5th place when Hull City comes to town. Yikes, we still can't beat these bastards for some reason. It's not like they're that good, but dang. They're up 1-0 when Thelo Aasgaard gets his own rebound with a perfect header to even things up. Here's Alex Collins heading in his own rebound, putting us back within 1. Scott sets up McGuinness for Hull's 5th goal. That's gross. Marinovic apologizes to his teammates for this performance. It's a 5-2 win for Hull. It's not getting any easier as we host Sheffield Wednesday. They're 1 spot above us in the table, and if the playoffs started today, they would be our opponent. They clearly haven't forgotten how we embarrassed them in their house in December. The Owls get their vengeance, 4-1, handing us our 3rd straight loss. Checking the table, we're somehow still in 5th. Charlton and Oxford are lurking, ready to steal our playoff spot, so we badly need a win on the road against Bradford City. The Bantams are not going to make it easy for us, and for almost 70 minutes, it's 0-0. Then, the clouds finally part. It's Garrett, centering to Groves, who passes to Stewart, who draws 2 defenders, then slips it back to Groves for his 17th of the season. Watch this on-field celebration. Henry wants a hug, and Lewis Garrett doesn't see him coming till the last second. They collapse in a joyful, bromantic embrace. Victory is secured a few minutes later as Daniel Van Vliet slides a perfect pass to Connor Mason. He uses every bit of space available from a tough angle to make it 2-0. Connor collapses in relief as Pennyworth's claim to 5th place gets a little bit stronger. And the chance to clinch that playoff spot comes at home against Cambridge. We beat these guys 9-1 last time, and they don't seem that upset about it. Aasgaard scores twice early on, then minute 40, Leon Stewart launches a rocket to put us up 3-0. We don't look back, and in extra time, Jabril Agamirov shows he can put some mustard on the ball too. Final score, 5-2, and this is a big damn deal.
There goes the final whistle, and for players and fans alike, the season goes on. They're heading to the playoffs.
All right, business time. GRKN will look for talent in the United States while Jeff sniffs around in China. Marinovic says he's happy with the games we're giving him, but I feel like he's feeling a bit insecure as his contract is in its final months. We bump Gomez's pay to $4,000 a week and extend him a year. Thankfully, negotiations go smoothly. We don't have to remind him that we pulled him off the street before the season, gave him this nice new life he's living. Perrier's contract looking a bit dated considering he's a 75 overall now. We bump his pay and add a year along with a bonus of $250,000, which we will absolutely try to recoup if we sell him after the season. Not that we want to, but his value is getting crazy and there will be big offers coming in. Leon Stewart's in the chair next. He's been a great servant of the club, but our scouts say his potential is limited. Thankfully, his agent seems to agree, asking for only $1,000 more a week, plus some modest bonuses. Done, young man. We believe Leon can comfortably come with us if we make it to the next tier. Time to check the values of our players in the transfer market. No surprise, Nate Perrier tops the list. The world views our 19-year-old center back as being worth a transfer fee of $13.5 million. Henry Groves, $9 million at just 17 years of age. Thelo could bring in $6.5 million. Tolkien, $6 million. Leon Stewart, nearly $5 million. Sammy Benchama, right around $4 million. Van Vliet, $3.5 million. And check this out. The striker we sent out on loan, Alex de Vries, is worth more at $3.8 million than the striker who's been scoring for us, Lewis Garrett. He's worth $3.4 million. We've got 22 guys valued at $1 million or more. That is a big leap from last season. In the youth academy, Hawk Holzel's potential remains crazy high. He's already a 64. He'll be featuring for the senior squad very soon. American Matt Parker joins the youth squad. Time for a call-up. Mr. Kuhn is into the senior squad, and we're settling on Jens for the pronunciation of his first name. Striker Lewis Wills has agreed to leave us for a few months. He'll be playing on loan at CD Tondela, so we can boost his rating, and we can sell him for a little bit more money, like the Sharks we are. Our final regular season match takes us to Blackpool. The result doesn't matter, but everyone wants to see Austin Rigby return to the field for what may be the final time in a Pennyworth shirt. He makes a couple nice stops, puts in a full match, and gets a rating of 6.6. Checking the league's scoring leaders, Josh McGuinness of Hull City takes the Golden Boot with 25 goals. Ben Jacobs ties for second with 23, but look how many fewer games he played in, as Lewis Garrett earned more games at striker. Further down the list, there's our young star Henry Groves in 10th with 17 goals in 42 matches. It's Brentford winning the FA Cup. They take down Liverpool in the final. Well done, Bees. And here it is, the League One promotion playoffs bracket. We get Sheffield Wednesday. Remarkably, Oxford made it in. Sunderland and Charlton Athletic are the odd teams out. Someone let Pennyworth get hot, and the haters are starting to hate. Social media is full of opinions about rich American owners desecrating England's national sport. Some of the dustier old pundits are piling on, saying we don't have the history or tradition behind us, saying we haven't paid our dues. We make no apologies. And in the next episode, we try to win promotion to England's second tier of football.
I bid you farewell and good luck, morons. Bye.